Alright, one more thing and then we can start. Did I see there's a new Mythical Kitchen video? I haven't. What is it about?
The hand that deals in death so far does walk among his friends. And should the traitors rear their heads, they soul will meet of their ends. Shadows are his element. His nerves are made of steel. He'll gut the guard and hang his vengeance they will feel. It is the appointed one, the savior of the street. All who dare to cross his path, he weeps in the cool retreat.
These guys, they're giving up and then they come back and try again. Hey, you guys earned your money. He's playing his instrument now. Yeah, no kidding, Levi. We're having contests.
He must have you Kakasan when moving like that.
Alright, I think we're gonna be heading for the Assassin Tomb. Because I haven't done the second one yet in Firenze. Down there we have the entrance. Not very slavey. Ooh, I like this one. Definitely one of my favorites.
Di Grazia, stay away from the artwork on the walls. And when your men paint the dome, take care not to disturb any of the sacred relics in the lanterna on top. They are the most important artifacts in our church.
Yes, yes, Padre. Just make sure to pay us the full sum for our work.
Go to Almost Secret. Explore Basilica Santa Maria del Fiore and find the Assassin's Seal hidden within. And I absolutely adore these this atmosphere that they created. Like the interior and the lighting and all that, you know, attention to detail. But also going along with kind of like how eerie and lonely this place feels. And the music really adds to that feeling. Something I love about the AC2 tombs in general, that they kind of have bigger focus of just being you and the tomb, rather than, you know, having like a lot of enemies or stuff like that. It's much more about like parkour and logic puzzles, and yeah, getting through that.
Bene. Now I have a way back up in case I fall. Bene. Now I have a way back up in case I fall.
I knew it was coming, because it's actually where mine is from. Bene. Indeed. Indeed, Geskra. Indeed, Levi, indeed. We just have the iconic quote happening. You gotta look for the one that isn't kind of like covered by this kind of like smooth pattern. Otherwise you can't climb up there. Into this.
Bene. Now I have a way back up in case I fall.
Too tempting to use the sound bit there. Also, hey, Vikaia. Welcome in. At Engovo. Intimidating as heck. Oh, nice. We have a Pfeffer here. And some chests. Political suicide. A member of the Synodia was working with a Pazzi to turn the tide against our family. He is located near the Church of San Lorenzo, but kill him silently. He has powerful friends. So gotta be stealthy here. Close one.
Bring me your sick and wounded.
I have done what I can. Try not to reopen the wound.
Try not to reopen the wound. Yeah, I try my best.
All who need
Yeah, he's fine. It's fine.
I'll be.
Get down from there! Ora! There he is! Laju! You have to show us some of your tricks, Señor!
All right.
Oh, and follow me, I guess.
That the young man has been trying the city's buildings for sport. While not illegal per se, remember, it is only divertimento until someone breaks a leg. The Arte del Cambio warns members to avoid the Bentivolios of Bologna. Important defaults suffered by city members have led to this draconian measure, which you will proceed.
Not being detected. Oh. Works.
Get down! Ora!
Ora.
Bene.
Bene.
You! That was well done, Anit.
Yeah, that's how it's done, amici. First you throw them down, then you assassinate them.
Guard! Stop him! Help! Stay away from me!
Hey, Pico!
Thanks for the free crash, rapper.
You're not supposed to... Laggiù! Danato! There he is!
Okay, let's go ahead and do another assassination contract.
visiting. I don't know what.
I'm only visiting. Eva Waffo. Wie geht's dir heute? Welcome in, dude. I hope you're having a good day so far.
What happened? Not here. You are disturbing the peace in my presence. Isn't very wise, amigo.
Not disturbing any anything.
No! No! Stay away from me!
What's wrong with you?
Consider this. I just have to run you through. No one will look twice.
Just an errand,
In fact, it's what
Take it
I'm
all,
paid
Mercy!
for.
Take my money!
20 to explain that again.
That's good, Waffle. Glad you're having a good one so far. And yeah, I was just asking you if you're having a good day in German. Oh, nice, dude. That's excellent. Will you also be streaming Forza, or is it something you will be playing for yourself? And yeah, it's been pretty good. We started off with some Spider-Man Miles Morales, but then my remote play kind of like striked, so we switched over to some Assassin's Creed instead. But yeah, no complaints. I enjoy both games very much, so good to be playing, you know, the two of them. Caveat emptor. A member of a Savucci family who helped smuggle enemies into Florence has been found near the covered market south of Santa Maria Novella. Kill him, but make sure you are not seen.
Get down now! There he is! Move on!
Yeah, I definitely understand what you meant, Waffle.
Lieta notte.
He'll break something, the idiot.
Oh, very nice, dude. Yeah, I also plan on playing Forza Horizon 5 eventually. Probably not after Spider-Man, but maybe after the game that's replacing Spider-Man. So yeah, who knows, maybe we could even, you know, play some together. Was just like, is it a feather? But no, it was just like the shadow being a bit interesting in this game because it's not very smooth in its animation. Yeah, dude, I always enjoyed watching you do some drifting in Forza. I know, there's just something very satisfying about watching somebody drift. Like in a game or in real life.
The evil propagated by this one. Get down! 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 Your
turns them upside down. So great are this man's crimes, a private bounty shall be offered to he that brings his person or his head into city custody.
I've quite a few different accessories too.
My lucky day! I hear money!
Insane assassino
I
has
hear
any
money.
money
My
but
lucky
the
day.
foulest
I
of
hear
motivations
money! I
driving.
hear money!
He
Now
must
that's more
die.
like it! I hear money!
Damn, that sounds intense. You're doing it for first time. But yeah, I'll be curious to hear how you like it like in real life.
I have just what you need.
You know
I hear money! I hear money!
Tons of guards around the target.
A great metal work here. Has anyone seen my assistant? He was right here.
Come and get your red heart, fresh off the easel. The latest fashionable baby.
Yes, it works.
He must be drunk.
What a pazzo.
It's a $2 early 2000s Subaru 2.5 RS RWD conversion. Excited. He believes you define. Beg to differ. I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out. But yeah, dude, that sounds exciting. Also, hey there, winging Cupid. Welcome in. Yeah, me too. I love this game so much. Just an excellent story and just the way all these different timelines and stuff work together. I always liked accidentally falling off buildings. Yeah, that as well.
dwarf and call me Donna.
I think we also gotta head to Monteleggioni soon. Also got some money to pick up and some new items to get. Yeah, I think I'm with you there, Momik, that I think that the early parkour system is still the best one. Just as the most responsive, and you can really tell that all the cities are really built around the idea of that parkour system. And obviously like different levels, like in the tombs or like in the chases and stuff. It's still like the most fun to me to play. I really do like Unity and Syndicate parkour, but this one I prefer. Yeah, Embers was great. I really enjoyed that it was both like a closure for Ezio, but then also introducing a new character with Chao Yun. Still kinda hope we get like a full game with Venji. Yeah, dude, it's amazing, Waffle. Getting to be seeing and driving so many different cars.
Must be a drunken wager or something.
Must be a drunken wager or something.
I was only the finest. Whoop.
Okay, we could buy the large medicine pouch. And then I think I'm gonna go back to Assassin White.
Another satisfied client. Ciao.
Yeah, there's so many mechanics in the early AC games that make it,
Finding new suppliers has
even after
paid
many
off.
hours,
And I
still fun to
pass
play with.
savings on to you.
Like when I play this for the first time, I also just like, you know, sometimes just run around the game where just like having fun doing the traversal. Not really caring too much about doing something particular. Okay, I think I'm gonna go buy the next weapon. I wanna kind of like buy and showcase all the different weapon types. And go buy the purchase price, which usually represents kind of like the level that they have. So we have the Mercenario Warhammer. And then I guess we could also get the Stiletto.
Come and see me next to pass this way.
Friends think you should be a cast hitsman waffle. I mean, I think you would definitely have a knowledge, right? So I think that's not a bad idea. Yeah. Don't want to buy any follower, thank you very much. Meeting adjourned. Our enemies are trying to reorganize. They're planning a meeting somewhere in the city. Follow our only known lead until he brings you to the conspirators. Then, kill them.
You shouldn't be up here. Leave. Laggiù.
Via! Via! Maledizione! Distratto! Via! Nobody! Not important! Dentro me! Right! Via! Madness! Leave me alone!
Laggiù. There.
Via! Just let me go! I'm nobody!
I want no part of this.
Margera! Margera!
I
want no part of
get
this.
I'm nobody! Not important!
Bravo! Well done, amici.
Well done, amici. Yeah, the fractals in these early games are also so damn funny. Especially if you play without VSync like I do. Because that creates even more like physical glitches. But it does look way smoother and it's more responsive to me. Yeah, they were always super unique as well, the Da Vinci missions. With his war machines and stuff.
Get that! You should have you! He's there on him!
There's also been some frustrating instances. Let's deny for assassination over and over until he couldn't stop me anymore. Okay, so this time we only have to tell dude.
You won't get away! Dannato, I've lost sight! Eccolo! Nota bene, they've induced to buy 2 or more triptychs.
Another capering crusader.
What would make a man
Welcome back, Levy. Yeah, Ezio was very happy about Ben, the way up in case I fall. Smoke bombs would be really nice right now, but gotta do it without.
Right here with you!
Okay, can I? Thank you.
Via! Via! Maledizione!
That worked. It's kind of like awkward that pause. It's like, would I be assassinated? Let me think about it. Okay, yeah, let's go. Nido in a Haystack. We're so close to eliminating all those involved with the attack on Florence. Find and kill the conspirator near Santa Maria Novella and make sure he doesn't spot you. Enjoy your luck, video 1.
Will reward any who aided the Assassination Contract with a fast
I will kill all trespassers! What are you doing here? I will... Your karma.
Not sure you did those pigeon coops in your playthrough. You would say this requires a replay. I would say so as well, Levy. But I would say this always requires a replay. So, there's that.
with it.
Just let me go! I'm nobody!
Okay, there's this guy.
Step away, Cafone!
I mean, he is inside there. Must be. What the fuck? The placement of the whatever. Must be down here. Yep, there you are. Okay, how about we try to lure away these guards here?
All yours.
You won't get away!
So now these guards are distracted. Oh, hold on, there's a lever. Lever is priority.
Get him! There!
Avanti!
Oh yeah, you mean the game designer review, Momic? Yeah, I've seen those actually. I watched one for AC1, also for first Harry Potter game and for Bloodlines that he did. I think he's really good how he breaks down the game mechanics and stuff like that. I like his rating system a lot. I think it's sometimes a bit odd when he talks about kind of the allegations of certain game designers that worked on the games, because he talks about it in a way that you're kind of like supposed to know who he's talking about, and when I did some research it also didn't quite back up his claims either, so I think that's a bit problematic from what I've seen, but I think everything he does else was kind of like for his reviews, it's really well done. But yeah, I don't know, that was something that I was kind of a bit concerned about. Because he kept talking about it like in every single review I watched so far. But always like very ominous, like that guy did that and that. But when I actually went ahead and did some research and turned out there were only like I guess allegations, but nothing actually like proven or something. So I don't know. It's difficult. Yeah, I don't know. I guess since he's working in the gaming industry himself, or he did work for a few Ubisoft titles, he's probably very concerned about the whole thing, and I think that's definitely understandable, and I am as well. I think it's also very important to only, I guess, judge somebody if you know of them to be guilty. or whatever you're accusing them.
Unite, amici! Well, Ghibli!
Appena pescato!
Vitello! Manzo! Anghello! Sempre freschi!
I mean, you could levy. The laptop would definitely be able to handle it.
So low, it's a miracle I stand these days.
Ezio, thank God you're all right. This madness with the Medici and the Pazzi, is this why you pursued Francesco?
Not exactly.
Well, whatever your reasons, the city's safe again thanks to you. Now tell me, how may I be of service? Ah, another page. Aha, it's a similar cipher to the last one. This won't take long. Interesting. Oh, indeed. I see. It's another blade design for delivering poison.
Can you build it?
See, it won't take very long. I just need to find a way to hollow out the blade without sacrificing the...
It's all right, Leonardo. Just do what you need to do.
All done. I filled your blade with a bit of poison to start with. Should you run out, just visit a doctor.
Poison? From a doctor?
In high enough doses, that which cures can kill.
I am in your debt once more, my friend.
Anytime, Ezio. Anytime.
Hell yeah. Poison blade. It's also very useful. So you can basically like stab somebody and they get to be berserked. So we don't die immediately, but rather after a while. So it's good, for example, if it's like if you can't be detected, but you don't want the target to immediately die, which would draw attention to his position, where you also stand immediately. Yeah, I mean that's fair, Levy. I mean this game is always rather short, so never hurts to play it every now and then. Especially since it's gonna be a long time till you finish all of the AC games.
A pleasure. Do come again.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to Monteriggioni. You're also pretty biased since you already find people who would AC1 as the best game of the franchise. Yeah, it's definitely having a very high ranking for me personally, but I wouldn't say it's my absolute favorite. It's definitely in the upper half, and I definitely understand his reasons for being very I don't know, like positive about the game. Because when it comes to like the whole assassin fantasy and having like a hitman type of game, definitely excels. So yeah, some people definitely wanted more than just you know, being an assassin.
That's the man, not like a ego.
Okay, let's go ahead and pick up some money.
Salute, Claudia.
You here to look at the book?
I am indeed.
A presto, Ezio.
My lucky day.
Buongiorno. Salute, Ser Ezio. Shall we take a look at the list?
We shall indeed. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the last blacksmith upgrade so we get the biggest discount of the other items. Quite expensive, but worth it. And I think I'm also gonna get the tailor upgrade. And then we're gonna upgrade the church. So we get inside there. And the art merchant as well. Of how does look at you while speaking to you. Yeah, he's concerned more with the city layout of Monteriggioni.
Buon viaggio!
Right, we also got some Codex Pages that we deciphered. Let me actually get my list here, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the Codex Pages whenever we get them. And we've already read quite a few of them. Let's see. Page 6. A bad disciple may be dead, but his brotherhood survives. Though less conspicuous in appearance, I fear they remain a threat. But once they proudly walk the streets, making for easier targets, now they retreat into the shadows. It grows difficult to track them. What wicked things will they weave in the darkness? Our work will be all the more complicated for it. Already there are rumors of a movement on Cyprus. I will have to investigate. That's basically where Bloodlines takes place, in Cyprus. It's made me realize that the tactics too must change. It means an end to our fortresses, our penchant for spectacular displays of public assassinations. We must weave our webs quietly, and we must do so differently than we have in the past. Well, that Spider-Man reference, you could say. Though I ask my brothers now to abandon the rituals, I do not ask that they abandon the creed. This is what makes us assassins. Not the removal of a finger, not the false promise of paradise, not the prohibition of poison. Our duty is to the people, not to custom. If we must sneak, we shall sneak. If we must use poison, we shall use poison. If our blades can be used without removing fingers, we shall not demand they be taken. And we shall not manipulate our initiates with lies and parlor tricks. We shall speak plainly and honestly. We shall be made anew. And that's kind of the importance that Altair has for the Brotherhood, because he kind of gets rid of certain rituals that he doesn't deem necessary. No, like removing a finger. If it's not actually required to make the hidden blade work, then he would say it doesn't make sense, you know? Like there's other ways of ensuring the commitment than to remove, you know, body parts. So he actually gets rid of the whole removing the ring finger thing, which is also why Leonardo doesn't take it from Ezio. Okay, then we have page 21. One may cultivate extracts from various plants found throughout the region. More exotic species can sometimes be obtained from traders and travelers, but their properties are less documented and require further examination. Additional alchemical implements can be used to distill the poison. Care should be used as certain poisons can be absorbed through exposed skin. Many are those who have lost their lives to carelessness. One's blade should be hollowed according to the specifications listed herein. Deviation may create fractures within the metal, causing the blade to weaken and possibly break. So that's how Leonardo knew how to create the poison blade, essentially. Which we just gotten. Okay, then we have page 27. We are growing larger. More make their way to our fortresses every day. Men and women, young and old, from different lands, of different faiths. Each tells a similar story of having discovered the first part of our creed, that nothing is true. Too often, though, the revelation undoes them. They lose their morality, certainty, and security. Many are driven mad. We must guide them, help them to heal. Their minds must not be filled with more fairy tales, but with knowledge instead. Let them have answers, and let those answers be difficult and complex, such as life. I think that's really nice, you know, that it's kind of like, yeah, getting that first realization often leads to kind of like having a very pessimistic outlook on the world, maybe. And that it's kind of like those kind of people that are being drawn towards the Brotherhood. But instead of like trying to guide them, you know, with like indoctrination, it's like let them have knowledge. And let's not find easy answers that would make it easy for us to take control of what they would do. But rather let the answers be complex, because you know, things aren't just black and white.
Ezio! Come in, come in! To what do we owe the honor?
Yeah, let me talk to you in a sec, Mario. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the disc back. I think we got the one for Utani. Yeah, no worries whatsoever, Levi. I hope you enjoy some Hades and have a podcast as well. And yeah, I will. I talk to you later.
Ezio! Come in, come in! To what do we owe the honor?
I've been sent from Firenze by Il Magnifico to attend to some unfinished business. I'm looking for Jacopo de Pazzi.
Ha! Who isn't? We've been at it for days.
And perhaps what I carry will help us both. A list of his co-conspirators. One of them will talk before he dies.
Excellent. These men are sure to lack Jacopo's resources, which means they will be easier to find. I will put my scouts to it at once.
I appreciate the help, Uncle. I've got something else for you as well. More Codex Pages.
Ah, let's see what we can learn. What is this? What profit?
What did you find, Uncle?
Just another damn mystery. The text here roughly translates to only the prophet may open it. There's reference to 2 pieces of Eden, but these pages offer no answers, Nipote. At least, not on their own. You must find more.
We'll have to save it for another day, Uncle. I have a mission to attend to.
As you wish. Now, if you hope to defeat these bastardi, I will need to teach you a few things. Meet me on the practice field.
Evasive maneuver. Meet Mario on the practice field to train.
Alright, Ezio. You're familiar with counterattacking, but what happens when your enemy is as well?
I don't usually give them the opportunity.
Tough talk offers little protection against Templar steel.
Then by all means, Maestro. Teach me what to do.
Now dodge. Poor little Feso, dying just to follow orders.
Bene, bene. Now do it again. Much better. One last time now.
Bravo.
It's a fight, Fesso! Su, non essere timido. You're just going to stand there. I can't be that good.
Let's see it another time.
I love being able to trash talk Mario.
Shall we dance?
Hurry up and die! I'm getting thirsty.
Oh, su. Non sono mica così bravo. Don't be shy. Sai, le armi servono a duellare. Vieni a prendermi.
Just one more time, Ezio.
Fatti sotto. Sbrigati. Devo incontrare un'amica.
Magnifico! Once again, you exceed my expectations.
Signore, we found Jacopo's men, and they wait your word to strike.
Relay the following. No man moves until they have spoken with Ezio. Intesi?
It will be done.
Go, Ezio. Visit with my mercenaries in the countryside. See if Jacopo's lackeys won't lead you to him. But be careful. They will be expecting you.
Very nice. Some new skills to play around with.
Isn't that illegal? Not my problem.
Hey, Vermona. How's it going? Oh, nice. A statue. Let's see, we can get the statue assigned with another one. Mars and Venus. The god of rage and strength basks in his lover's radiant beauty. She tames his anger with her gentle touch. It's been a fuck of a day so far, but things have slowed down. Working on an outage, you're prepping for some scheduling of things. Nice relaxing work for the rest of the day. That's good, Mona. I'm glad it's at least show for the rest of the day. But yeah, that doesn't sound too nice. What you've been through so far. But yeah, the playthrough is going pretty well. I was actually playing some Spider-Man earlier, but then my remote play was striking, so we switched over to some AC2. Yeah, it's been really good. Doing excellent progress. Currently spending some time in Monterey and been doing some renovations and stuff. But yeah, always good getting to play more of this game.
I may be expensive, but my goods are worth the extra quattrini. I've never stopped. Here the custom.
How about we go for Tuscan Ember?
Excellent. Addio then.
I have like a mix of like brown and green. I think I'll go for that for a little bit.
Come and get your red hot art.
Part of life for a project manager. Clients are always in an emergency. You just have to convince them they aren't. Yeah, that sounds like dealing with a lot of stress that other people, you know, have endured to deal with. I've been thinking of starting a serious playthrough of the Golden Age of AC. Oh yeah. So what would you consider being the Golden Age of AC? Like, what would be the last game for you? And what would be the first? So the Desmond Saga for you? That's fair. Yeah, and I'm with you there. I also consider that to be like the Golden Age, for sure.
The citizens of Pisa have held the mass
There's just something about the modern day that flows so well from one game to the other.
The city's youth apparently gathered.
Alrighty. I think I'm gonna do another Assassination Contract. Valhalla again recently. You just got over 60 hours in and fell off. A lot of excitement you all have for that game. You just don't. I mean, that's completely understandable, dude. It also depends like how much time you have on your hands to play the game, like continuously. Because if I would just only play that like every now and then, it's still I'm only like, you know, 1/3 of the game or something, then I'll probably also be less excited to continue playing just because of like how long it is. And the thing is also like there's some really good moments in Valhalla, but you have to play like through a lot of other content to get to those moments first. So yeah, that's like actually a criticism I have of Valhalla, like legit, like even though I love the game, but I just think it's too damn long. And the fact that there's still, you know, more content coming is insane. Like, you know, I spent well above 200 hours playtime to get 100% completion. And that's a lot. Next time I will only be doing the main quest and the mysteries. Eva Fergus. Nostalgia. Now normal AC games as much as many fingers at the ear has. Yeah, there's like so many. But that's something I also love about AC, you know, with there's like so much variety, so many different characters and time periods. You dedicated time to it, weekends 3 days during the weekdays, like the combat and the updates have done so much for the game. It's beautiful and an amazing environment. Yeah, it definitely is. It's such a beautiful game. Fun fact, but Valhalla's color palette is actually very much inspired by paintings of a romanticism time period of like the 19th century, and kind of like a lot of the paintings of Middle Ages that got created during that time. Momek, it took you 300 hours to 100% Odyssey, and you had to take a deliberate mental stance to even like the game. Damn, yeah, that's definitely some time. I think I was done with Odyssey in about 150 or so. I was also definitely, you know, rushing through some activities. Like everything that wasn't like story related, I pretty much did rush. Try to finish as fast as possible. Yeah, the writing is very much, you know, variating between the games, especially recently, you know. Like Syndicate and Odyssey are definitely most recent examples where I think the writing hasn't been quite as strong as in other games. Other Unity, Origins and Valhalla, I think, have been really good narratively wise. But yeah, it also comes a bit down to which studio is developing which game, and which writers these studios usually work with. I did replay Cyberpunk very recently. The updates have helped the game as well. It is in a better state on consoles than it was a year ago. It's really good, Mona. It's a game I still look forward to play eventually, but I will first need to do like a major upgrade on my PC or something, because with my graphics card I'll probably not reach beyond 30 FPS, and I don't know. I mean, I guess it's playable at 30, but I think I'd rather wait until I get my hands on a 3060 Ti eventually. Just a matter of time, I guess, until they get to be a regular price again. But yeah, Cyberpunk looks really interesting actually. Like, I know about all the bugs and the criticism for that, but I think when it comes to narrative and the game world, it looks quite good. Origins was all over the place. The voice actor carried it so hard even you almost didn't notice. Yeah, Abubakar Salem, the voice actor for Bayek, he's just so good. Probably my favorite voice actor in the entire AC series, if I'm being honest. And what's crazy as well is that for him, Bayek was the first like video game role that he ever voiced for. Like the first ever voice acting role as well, I think. That's just insane to me. You don't know what his son gets. He's using a 1060, I think, you ask. It did look at benchmarks like a year ago or so for Cyberpunk, and I think it was mostly in the 30s. But I guess it really depends on what kind of settings you're aiming for. Peacekeeper. A contingent of traitorous guards is planning to march on my palace. Kill them all before they trigger a riot. That's a few 10 targets in 1 minute. This would be really good for the smoke bomb opportunity, but we don't have it yet. Yeah, I agree, Goose. What is it like? Or Quebec, I guess, the team behind them, the games. They definitely, you know, do a good job, kind of like with gameplay mechanics and making like a game fun and stuff. But they don't really do a good job making it work for the AC lore and the overall universe. There's just so many things that fundamentally broke and do break the lore. It just really make you scratch your head in frustration. Yeah, I mean Origins also kind of like did kind of like what do you say? Kind of like change some things, for example the origin of the AC logo and stuff. But it still really tried hard, you know, to appeal to both new and old fans and try to pay justice to the series. But so honestly, there was not even an attempt to do so. Like Origins still very much as an homage to the series. But it did change a lot, that's for sure.
Find this amusing, perhaps? I can easily have your throat cut.
A private smile.
Yes, perhaps that would amuse me.
I heard that! What happened? Dove?
So I heard the head boss. Sei morto.
You do not hate Odyssey, only thing that really pisses you off is that it's called Assassin's Creed. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, nobody would really complain if it just removed the AC stuff, like the modern day, and kind of like the Beast of Eden and stuff, and replace it with like magic objects. Just called it like, you know, Odyssey. Like, everybody would have, you know, I mean not everybody, as they would have had issues with some of the writing because it's really cringe at times, but it would definitely have been fine and a lot less people would be pissed off with it being part of the lore. And I mean, the fact that they have done Immortals Phoenix Rising is definitely showcasing that they just, you know, kind of, they do want to make their own game. They don't really try to tie too much to an AC game. Just wanted to do their fantasy stuff and that's fine, but not necessary to do it for an AC setting. But
enough! Die! Grazie, amico. Your noble act to restore our faith. Now.
There we go. Lots of heavy boots here.
Heaven's fury rain down upon you, blasphemer! How dare you defy the dead!
Yeah, that's something I really appreciate about Valhalla as well. That David really tried to address the issues of Odyssey's lore and even made them like work retrospectively.
Creature.
Ah, that's inhuman!
Like he actually enabled some of the things that Odyssey did and fixed it in a good way. Which almost makes Odyssey playable again, but I don't want to play it this year. I want to not really skip it. There's just no point to me getting frustrated with the lore over and over.
Down or I shoot!
Down or I shoot. Mona Kid has said 2070, get 60 FPS without spikes playing Cyberpunk. Okay. 2070 is definitely quite a good one. It sounds alright performance wise. I just have to have a look again at benchmarks, maybe look for an optimization guide. Maybe I can make it work at like 45 plus.
You will not get me, Assassino! Back! Guardie!
What exactly probably that out of
So Michael played the message of good Lord. Up my...
Right, got another Assassination Contract. Let's do it.
Come, friends! I've fresh caught leeches today.
Yeah, that's something I really appreciate as well about the early games. But in general, when they kind of give like, you know, personal things like that to a character. Like Ezio, you know, roasting his enemies and taunting them. It's such a funny mechanic to play around with. It's actually something similar in AC1 that produces a similar effect, which is when you press Hyperoffer and B in a fight, because that will actually lead to either here pointing at an enemy, and that enemy gets like provoked into an attack. And taunt actually has a similar effect. It just adds this whole Ezio's taunting them to do that instead of pointing at them. The idea is basically like, come on, you there. Try to hit me. But yeah, I love those kind of things. One of the 1.3 update graphic optimization was worked on, hopefully. It's a good story, I've played it twice now and enjoyed both playthroughs. That's good. I didn't really hear any bad things about the story so far. And, I mean, you know, it's still a team behind Witcher 3, and Witcher 3 had excellent, like, small stories and stuff. In fact, I'm really like wanna get back into Witcher 3 and probably will play that next after Spider-Man, I think. Leader of a pack. A small group of the condottieri who attacked my palace have been spotted and seem to be regrouping. Take one of them off to the garrison and kill the leader.
Get down! Order!
Have a feather. Oh yeah.
You're not allowed up here.
Jesus Christ, it's so.
Well, aren't you a
Please,
funny
leave
man?
me alone. I've done nothing.
Go back down, or I shoot! Get down now! Raju, where do you think you're going?
Amazing. The way he felt his death. not allowed up here. And I think he wasn't allowed down there.
Protect us. Why are the guard not doing anything?
Oops.
You are under my watch now, Aniela.
And you're under my watch. Yeah, no worries, video one. Thanks again so much for coming by, and also for the raid earlier. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and definitely take care. Right, gotta tear this guy first.
Well,
Jesus.
what's he doing?
That was quite close.
Has he been drinking?
Why are you up here? Please! You!
It's kind of interesting to preserve the identity of AC games. The AC developers of the early games actually created something called the 10 Commandments of Assassin's Creed, I think. It actually defines like what, it's like, you know, what are the different staples of like, you know, an AC game and the characters and stuff. And yeah, definitely, you know, very much talks about parkour and social stealth being like big pillars. But also about the protagonist always being like an all-round badass, which conflicts a little bit with Odyssey, because to be an all-round badass you have to get to level 99 Odyssey. But most of the game you have to focus on either stealth or, you know, archery or warrior, which of course fits with the whole RPG theme, but that can showcase you that the RPG isn't really made for AC in that regard either. Like, that's also one of the reasons why I prefer Origins Valhalla much more about like over Odyssey, because you can be strong in all three regards at all times. Like, you definitely are an all-rounder, which Cassandra isn't.
Down or die!
And that's a long chase here. but I think we're there. As a leader. Why are you up here? Your mom. I mean, always works, Mona. Okay, that didn't work. But however does.
You balls of the strappado will loosen your tongue. That's a fast run. There, on him.
Yeah, Second. Actually, have a point there. But yeah. Fun facts, Odyssey was for a good while my most streamed and my most popular game on the channel. Like it received the most views and I played it for the most hours in comparison to any other game. That's not the case anymore with Valhalla. Because Valhalla actually took that. But that of course is I think two major reasons. One is that Odyssey is the longest AC game up until Valhalla came out. And I played it almost every time I did a series playthrough. So it automatically took more time than any other AC game did because of that reason, of it like being longer. But I think the popularity is of course because it is kind of popular. And because I guess maybe, you know, somebody being a bit outraged by a game also, I don't know, need some more interesting conversations, I don't know. But yeah, kind of funny how that was the case. Like the game I didn't want to play the most, performing the best. I found my channel for Odyssey. Was it actually? Was it Odyssey? Didn't realize. Oh, then I'm very glad for Odyssey's existence. If it meant, you know, getting to know, for example, you, Mona. Okay, let's get a viewpoint and we have a Codex page.
Laggiù! Merda! You won't escape!
Is there a Unity playthrough? How's this game better than Unity? You don't see it? Yes, you said it. I mean, for me it really comes down to how everything connects to each other, you know? How gameplay and story are tightly intertwined. And how the modern day also is, you know, really like having a major importance both for the historical part but also for like the overall design of the game. With Unity they definitely focus a lot more on the historical parts and the modern day is very, very weak. And you could also argue that it's definitely a more disconnected game world than AC2 has. So yeah, it really comes down how cohesive the whole experience is, you know. I still love Unity, don't get me wrong. But AC2 just really nails all the story and narrative elements and how they are represented and intertwined within the gameplay. I also believe that the parkour system is better on AC2 and Brotherhood Revelations. What the fuck, Ezio? Speaking of which, yeah, I forgot what I said. But all seriousness, I do think that the parkour is better and more responsive.
Nothing here could possibly I'm here!
And then, for me, also very important to look at the game from the year it released, right? Instead of just comparing like a 2009 game with like a 2013 game. think it's very important, especially in a series, like within a series, to kind of like pay attention to individual games, what changes are brought to the series. That's something I value a lot in a game, and AC2 just really brought a lot to the table. Other games try to emulate.
Soon you'll provide great food as a swinging target for the stones of little boys.
Assassino. Oh, hold on. Let me allow your message here to me. Sorry about that. Oh no, I was playing the playthrough that was lined with a book, a cannon run, I think. That's true, yeah, I remember. I did like a cannon run. Where I tried to follow all the choices that would represent what happens in the book. It was actually interesting. Getting like the canon experience as much as you can. Hey Vickisleck, welcome in, dude. Was there another? Indeed. Oh yeah. Really did miss out on a full game with Desmond in modern day. Yeah, I mean that was the plan originally, right? With AC to have like a game with Desmond as the actual main protagonist for most of the playtime. Him mastering the bleeding effect in such a way that would allow him to just visit the memories of his ancestors without even using the enemies. Would have been quite interesting to see how that would have turned out.
Right. See.
Timmy, your TV went out in the living room yesterday, so you ordered another one, but it's been delayed. What assholes? It's because you said the bad word. Yeah, that's alright, though, Timmy. Welcome in, dude. It really sucks about your TV. I hope it's gonna be delivered soon enough. I reckon you can't play any console then either. It's actually crazy that this year actually is 10 years that Desmond added that AC3 released. Like, what the heck? 10 years since the Desmond saga ended. If other TVs were just small, the 32-inch looks funny in the living room. Yeah, that's fair. At least you got something to work with. They did announce a new Splinter Cell, didn't they, Haystack? But I guess it's the reason why we didn't release one for the longest time. It's kind of funny with users always like the way they react to like player feedback.
Help me! Stay back, Finn! Oh, that is impressive. Direct.
Wow.
I've always seemed to be overreacting to everything. I think think they said they are working on a new one and it's supposed to be linear. Kind of like a reboot or something, wasn't it? Nice, I sent you.
Holy focaccia!
What the fuck?
What on earth is he up to?
Where do they cut clocks like that? Bound to have that hood.
Why can't I freaking assassinate this guy?
There he is! Get him! Like this!
Any last words for your woman? I'll see her shortly.
I can't see him anymore.
Luigi the Fish! There! Marco!
Alright, I think that's pretty much everything I want to do for Florence for now. I will still have a few treasures left, but we can still get those at a later point. Let's go to Leonardo though, because we still have a few Codex Pages he can decipher and we could read up upon. Yeah, I don't really trust Ubisoft to do something that's, you know, paying justice to the series. Especially after so many years of not doing anything for it. And, I don't know, the way I've been treating the franchises. I don't really think they're in for, like, fan service or paying justice to the series. Okay, we could buy some paintings actually. We have Madonna and Shout. Then the Baptism of Christ. Then we have the Annunciation. This one is actually in Brotherhood in the Da Vinci Disappearance. And you have to find symbols on the painting. Yeah, in the Da Vinci Disappearance there's like a couple of the paintings of Leonardo da Vinci that are being lost. And you have to retrieve them and find the map lying underneath it all. And with a portrait of a musician. And that's all I'm gonna buy for now.
Grazie. Molto grazie.
Yeah, I mean, you can still, you know, kind of like start something fresh. But at the same time pay justice to what came before. But I guess they don't know how.
Perfection is not measured in coin. Well, actually, yes, it is. Many coins.
That vendor.
Leonardo.
Ezio, so good to see you. How can I help you?
Haha! You found another one! How exciting!
Oh, tricky. A numerical substitution and a language shift. Give me a moment. It's done.
Right. 2 new Codex Pages. Let's have a look. Oh, nice, we got page 1. I have spent days with the artifact now. Or has it been weeks? Months? I can no longer be certain. The others come from time to time, offering food or distraction. They say I should separate myself from these studies. Malik has even suggested I abandon them entirely, but I'm not yet ready to turn away. This Apple of Eden will be understood. It must be. Is it a weapon? Is it a catalogue? Is it somehow both? He who increaseth knowledge, increaseth sorrow. The philosophy of such a statement I can understand, but for it to be true, literally true? A society that waged wars with ideas and information in place of steel and swords. Its function is simple, elementary even, dominion, control. But the process, the methods and means it employs, these are fascinating. Those subjected to its glow are promised all that they desire. It does only one thing in return, complete and total obedience. And who can truly refuse? It is temptation incarnate. I remember my own moment of weakness when confronted by Al-Mualim, my confidence shaken by his words. He who had been like a father was now revealed to be my greatest enemy. Just the briefest flicker of doubt was all he needed to creep into my mind. But I vanquished his phantoms, restored my self-confidence, and sent him from this world. I freed myself. But now I wonder, did I really? Or here I sit, desperate to understand that which I swore to destroy. This is why the Apple has a tale to tell. I sense the flickers of something great and dangerous. We are all at risk. It is my duty to do something about it. I must not, I cannot turn away until I have found the truth. So this of course a year after he got the Apple from Al-Mualim at the end of AC1. And he's spending so much time with it that he's kind of like losing track of time. And is also pondering over the words that Al-Mualim said to him. You know, that the more time he spends with the Apple, the more sorrow he's gonna inflict himself. And he also promised to destroy the Apple of Eden, right, because of it being like a mind-controlling device and how much suffering it can potentially cause. But instead he starts to study it. He wants to use it for like a good cause, I guess, of getting more knowledge. And he does gain a lot of like valuable knowledge out of it, but it's also very dangerous, and it's gonna continue to be, especially in Revelations. That being said, though, later on tries to destroy it, I think, and then he fails because he can't, find a way to make the metal be destroyed. Like it won't really give in, which is kind of like ironic because it means, that this whole time that he was thinking about destroying it, he wasn't able to do so anyways. And we got page 11. Attis, Dionysus, Horus, Krishna, Mithra, Jesus. Similar stories color their lives. Too similar, I think. Divine birthright, persecution, disciples, miraculous acts, resurrection. How is it possible? Perhaps it isn't. Merely a single story told over the ages, borrowed then changed to fit the times. Evolving as our tools and languages do? Is this tale born of fact or fiction? A bit of both? Could these figures be the same person, their life extended and transformed by a piece of Eden? Al-Mualim spoke of Jesus as a real person, immortal who had mastered the arts of manipulation. But what if he was wrong? If these men are real, and if they have walked amongst us many times before, does it mean they will come again? Perhaps they are here now. So many questions, and every day even more. I think this could be a nice kind of like setup for the whole sage thing that they've been working with since Black Flag, really. Like people being reborn throughout time and then being, like sages. Like Isu, who gets reborn in the body of a human. But they still coexist as a consciousness to the human consciousness. As shown with Eivor, who eventually got rid of, Odin's consciousness. I think we are ready to leave the city.
Come, amici. A weekly bleeding.
Please don't. I'm sorry. I'll go.
Whatever's on you.
Bizarre. What could he? All right.
Hey! Hey!
Oh yeah. I see another assassin tomb symbol.
Foul creature! Stay away from me!
Dio beato, not another sorrow.
Here is the appointed one, the savior of the streets. All who dare to cross his path, he whips into retreat. Here comes the giovane signore, whose prowess is supreme. He'll beat the guards till tomorrow's end. Their culos he will cream. Is my art so terrible?
Yeah, keep on it!
Is my art so terrible? Keep on him. Keep beating him.
Get down, Stronzo!
Oh, what do we have there? Is that like a race or something?
I can beat any man in these parts when it comes to speed. They say you might be a real test for me.
San Gimignano Dash. I've heard you're a pretty fast assassin. think you can beat my best time?
You'll soon sprout fletchings if you don't get there! After him! I see him!
Raju, get him! Where do you think you're going?
You shoot the piggy!
Got the Torre Rognosa. Connected to the 30th century Palazzo Vecchio de Podesta, Torre Rognosa rises 51 meters above San Gimignano. Podesta, power in English, was a title given to the appointed head of the many Italian cities. The Palazzo Vecchio was residence of the Podesta of San Gimignano for about 100 years, until in 1347 he moved across the square into the Palazzo Comunale. Why would the Podesta simply abandon tradition like that? Perhaps because the Palazzo Comunale has the largest tower in San Gimignano. Tower envy. Do not underestimate it as a force for change. And yeah, that's like an actual thing in San Gimignano. Like, people just kept building towers because they were so rich. And because they thought whoever has like the biggest tower, or the tallest one, you know, they would have like the biggest wealth. So they had like an actual contest between the different towers. Also, Saycat, thank you so much for the 50 biddies, dude. Thank you very much.
Here comes the giovane signore, whose prowess is supreme. He'll beat the god. I hear money. Gold!
I hear money.
Trespassers, pazzo! There!
Leave this place as you value your life.
Give me actually one sec, guys. Right. Let's go ahead and do some notoriety. And get our money back.
Give up!
Was doing the teabagging.
Down! Now! You shouldn't be up here. Please! Down! Ora pronto! No! No! Stay away from us!
Why would anyone carry on like that?
Ezio, about time you got here. We found Bernardo Baroncelli.
Ottima notizia. Tell me where he is and I'll see that he's dealt with.
That's the trouble. Lorenzo actually had him arrested days ago, after being returned to us from Constantinople. But he escaped. We believe him to be somewhere inside San Gimignano.
Va bene. I'll see if I can't pin him down.
How do you expect to succeed where the rest of us have failed?
I have my ways.
I have my ways. This is a remaster original, what you're looking at. This is the original version, yeah, for PC. Also completely unmodded or anything, so yeah. That's the OG experience. Come out and play. Locate and assassinate Bernardo Baroncelli.
Damn street performers, freaks, all of them.
I'm no street performer. However, I do perform in the streets.
Just need to take things one day at a time. You'll get bored, lost, confused, distracted, killed. It will be okay. If he does come, if it happens, I keep moving. Never in one place for long. Only how to sleep, when to sleep, where to sleep. The guard tower, perhaps. They'll think me mad. They don't know. I'll pay them, yes. Then what will it matter? All they care about is coin. All anyone cares about is coin. Good for the Brotherhood, good for me. Safer this way, yes. Yes, I'll ask, and then I will be protected. We'll meet when it's time. And I'll leave this place. Free. In time. In time. Wait, what is that? I saw something. Another mercenario come to spy on me. No, just my nerves. Hard to stay calm, knowing that he seeks me. I must stay focused, and soon this will be done. Soon.
All yours.
There!
He's here! Help! Ha! Nice try!
Take long?
Assassin!
knew you would come.
Where is Jacopo?
So you can do to him what you've done to me?
There is still time for you to clear your conscience.
We gather at the church when a meeting is called.
Mi duole dover giungere a tanto. Requiescat in pace.
Requiescat in pace.
Mercy, I've done nothing wrong.
It's blood spatter. Indeed, sending in all the troops. That's something I love about the early AC games, how you can like get the courtesans, thieves, or the mercenaries to do the job. Reap what you sow. I've tracked one of the party's benefactors to a farm due east of San Gimignano. Kill him and we'll all be safer.
You belong down below with the rat. Get down or I'll throw you down.
What the heck is that?
Faces the beasts in the wild. All of them. Forgive me, sir.
Hey, Apple! I'm no minor.
Yeah, mobile phone name before it was popular. Also, we got exactly 25k. No,
What are you up to?
it's quite rare.
Haven't I seen you before? Maybe it was
Oh fuck! Try and run away. No. Don't do that. Okay, I think I want to go back to Monteriggioni shortly. Also got some money to get there, and then we can probably get the next armor set. The Helmschmied set, I think it is.
Stay back! Stay back! Ahead! Guard! Murderer!
Keep it up and I'll have the guard on you.
Hey! Why don't you come here and cry?
It's crazy how much money you can get from these guys. Especially early on.
Truly, I am blessed this day. Good news.
Okay, let's go ahead and actually change back to Assassin White.
Addio then. Mention me to your friends, eh?
Let's have a look how much we need for the set here. Yeah, we can buy this. Let's get the Greaves. Thief Embraces. Chest Guard. And the Spoders.
No offense, but I didn't think you had them on.
I haven't really used my weapon much yet, so I'm not gonna replace it.
Buongiorno. Salute, Ser Ezio. Shall we take a look at the list?
At this rate, I'm gonna be like fully renovated before I even get to Venezia. Let's get the last art merchant upgrade. Wanna make sure we get the best discounts. And then we're also gonna get the doctor upgrade as well. But that should do for now.
Buon viaggio!
You can also check out some of the paintings that we have bought. For example, the Baptism of Christ over here. Madonna in the chart. Stuff I love as well about AC too, how the paintings you buy get represented in the villa. Alright. Yeah guys, I think this is where we're gonna call it for today, Vo, for AC and Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Have you been drinking?
The next stream you can expect from me will be tomorrow, possibly more in the morning, early afternoon time, because I'm gonna be quite busy in the late afternoon and evening. But yeah, I think we're gonna go back to some Miles Morales actually for tomorrow. And then on Friday we're gonna be going back to AC, because Friday I will have a bit more time to spend on this playthrough. But yeah, I wanna thank you all so much for coming by and for joining for today's stream. Actually really fun playing both games, to be honest. Sort of even mad about remote play not working properly earlier. However, I'm gonna look into testing out some of that later again. So hopefully that issue we had won't be making a comeback or something like that. Cheers, Mona. Thank you for being here. And hope you have a good rest of your day as well. Hope it's gonna stay chill for now. And this really has the Spider-Man effect, you know, where you just could like run around on the rooftops for ages, doing parkour and just like traversing around. But at some point we also gotta stop, so let's go ahead and exit. The voice says, Cat, thank you also for being here. Thanks also again for the biddies as well. And yeah. I'm glad that's the case, Mona. Is in the CV Japanese Spider-Man series? I haven't seen that one yet myself. But yeah, I heard there's some animated stuff in the works, so I'd be curious to check that out. Alright, so we're gonna go of course ahead and raid out here. But gonna have to find the target first. You know, somebody we haven't raided in a good long time is actually Eric. And usually my streaming time doesn't align with his, but today it does. So I think we're gonna have a look and see how he is doing today. Been a while since I talked to him and checked out one of his streams. But yeah, Eric is a huge fan of Fallout. He plays loads of Fallout 4, but also the Outer Worlds as well, where he has also done several speedruns, and I think he even has like he's a leaderboard for world records of Outer Worlds or something. But yeah, he usually spends lots of time just doing like survival permadeath stuff for Fallout. Without Stan Lee, we wouldn't have the Power Rangers. Wait, did he actually create the Power Rangers? I didn't know that. Also never really watched Power Rangers too much. But yeah, I had no idea he was involved with that. But yeah guys, if you want to come over with a raid, feel free to use the raid emotes here, depending on if you're subbed or not. And I will be back tomorrow with more of Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Until then, hope you all have a great rest of the day, and I will catch you next time. Japanese Spider-Man series paved the way for Super Sentai series. Ah, okay. Interesting. Makes sense. But yeah guys, I'll catch you next time.